Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Dan in the Box. I'm Dan, and clearly this is not my box. This is a motel in Dunedin, where I was born, my hometown. Feels a little strange to be back. It's been a while since I've been home, but I'm going to catch up with a lot of friends and stuff like that. So it's going to be cool. Um, a few requests have been coming in, which is awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. And also some questions have been coming in. One of the questions was, can I have a tour of the box, the studio? Obviously, I can't do that right now. But I'm still doing the acoustic paneling and stuff like that. So hopefully, maybe next week, something like that, I can give you a wee tour of the studio. And as for the requests, keep them coming because I'll try and get to as many as I can. But I I laugh to myself because this request, I knew it was coming, but obviously episode 2, it's so soon. Um, this week it's a song called Hemorrhage by a band called Fuel, and there's a bit of a funny story behind it. So when I was younger, I used to play with a friend of mine called Alec, and we played at a bar for a whopping $75 that we got. And a few of our friends used to show up, and um, they just had a few too many drinks, and they'd just say, "Play Fuel Hemorrhage, Fuel Hemorrhage." Of course, obviously, which we did. Um, it's not a very well-known song, and it's 90s grunge, and anyone who knows me knows that I'm obsessed with 90s grunge. It's what I grew up on. It's what I love. Um, but it became a bit of a running joke between me and my friends. It sort of became like the wagon wheel of my friend group, if you will. So every gig that they used to come to, even if they were sort of like corporate events or something like that, where it was definitely not appropriate to play, they just sit there and say, "Play Fuel Hemorrhage." Um, and so I'm going to play it this week because I knew I was going to have to eventually. But second episode, why not? Um, and it's a bit of a funny story. So I used to play at this bar in Dunedin, and there was one night there was no one there. It was a pretty quiet night, and I think basically it was just me, the bar staff, and a few of my friends. And so I just sat there and just played pretty much 90s grunge for like the whole evening. And it must have got back to the manager that, I just played 90s grunge sort of thing. And so I got blacklisted from this venue for about 6 months. And the money was really good, and I really wanted to keep playing there. And so I kept sort of, trying to get back in, trying to get back in. And a friend of mine, I was saying to him, "Look, man, please just help me get back in." And so I finally got to sit down with the manager, and we went through a set list, and it was like some sort of Ed Sheeran and some more current stuff and those kind of songs. But he finally let me come back and play. But before every gig, he would come up and he'd say, "No 90s grunge. Don't play any 90s grunge." And this went on for like, I think about the first 6 weeks of me coming back. And so when I was in Melbourne, we started a band called No 90s Grunge, which was a bit hit and miss because obviously we did play a lot of 90s grunge, and so people would come up and they'd say, "Why would you call your band No 90s Grunge when you play a lot of 90s grunge?" I thought it was funny, but apparently not. So this song is dedicated to those friends who used to come to my early gigs when I was very young, but a special request to my friend Matt, who requested the song. He's just got married. He's just had a baby. He just changed jobs. He's a firefighter now, and I'm really proud of you, dude. I absolutely love you, man. And so this song is dedicated to you, and I hope you enjoy. And everyone else, please keep asking questions, requesting songs. I'm going to try and get to as many as I can. But this one is for Matt. Memories are just where you leave them. Drag the waters till the deads get up the dam. What did you expect to find? Was it something you left behind? Don't you remember anything I said when I said don't fall away? Leave me to myself, don't fall away. Leave life bleeding in my hands again. Leave life bleeding in my hands, life lies bleeding. Oh woman, now I feel contagious. Am I the only place that you left to go? And she cries that life is like some movie black and white, and I'm just thinking lies over and over and over again. She cries, don't fall away. Leave me to myself, don't fall away. Leave life bleeding in my hands again. Leave life bleeding in my hands, life lies bleeding. And I wanted you to turn away. You don't remember, but I do. You never even tried. And don't fall away. Leave me to myself, don't fall away. Leave life bleeding in my hands again. Leave life bleeding in my hands again. Leave life bleeding in my hands again. Thank you very much, guys. Please keep subscribing, requesting songs, asking questions, and I will see you next time. Thank you.